Morning, Saturday 30th of August 2025 still. Yesterday I went on a solidarity rally in Hull, and it was organised by ASLEF, and were noticeable. Luke Campbell, the Reform Mayor of Hull, he were quick to jump on the farmers' inheritance tax rally. He joined them, but he didn't join the ordinary people, shall we say, those who are not millionaires. He weren't there, and I don't know why. Just thought I'd highlight that. But I'd also highlighting is we had some beautiful speakers on, and I'm going to charge the 3 or 4 speakers to this clip, and then I'll put other speakers up tomorrow. But the first speaker you're going to see is the ASLEF Hull Chains lead officer, Nigel Roebuck. We've got David Pike, TUC North East, Yorkshire and Humber Regional Secretary. And we've got the GMBB officer, Charlotte Brumpton Childs. The only short speeches, which makes it better, doesn't it? Because otherwise we sat there for hours. So watch these, and I'll be posting the other ones tomorrow morning, and have a super day.
Right, thank you very much. Actually, I'm quite overwhelmed by the attendance, actually. It's something that we did quite short notice. I think the difficult thing in the trade union calendar is picking a date and getting the maximum we can get. There's always people going to be away, always people doing other things. But firstly, I'd like to say thank you very much to those people that have helped organise this, Henry from Strike Map, and the people that have put stuff together. Our incredibly hard-working head office staff, who at short notice managed to get things turned round. And as I say, thank you very much for coming here and supporting our members on Hull Trains today. 73 days our members have been on strike, standing for 2 causes. Justice for a colleague who's had his career taken away from him and blacklisted for a comment he made at work. And secondly, we have a culture in the railway where we encourage people, when they're in trouble or their life's not good, that they can come forward and they can speak openly about issues affecting their lives and their inability to drive trains at that particular time. But unfortunately, as demonstrated by Hull Trains, that's the way we wanted it to be. And he came forward and he made a comment because he was struggling, and they've taken away his career. But more importantly, they've blackened the lad's name. He can't go and work for anybody else because he'll be the driver from Hull Trains that allegedly fell asleep from a company they've got absolutely no evidence to support it. And you've probably seen in recent weeks myself and the General Secretary doing the media rounds, and people keep saying to us, well, he fell asleep, didn't he? But there's no evidence to support that. And they asked me, why do Hull Trains not come onto the media? Well, they can't come onto the media because they've got no evidence to support what they did. Can you imagine them coming on to Look North with the delightful Mr. Levy and him saying, well, level with me, he fell asleep? They have to say he didn't fall asleep because he didn't, and there's no evidence to support that. And that is the mess that we're in today with this dispute, because at the end of the day, we've got a company that are overly telling the media that they want to speak to us, they want open dialogue, they want to find a solution, they want to put an end to cancelled trains and disruption for passengers. We've been willing to meet for months. We met the last time on the 27th of June in London, and you've heard about these wonderful offers they've made. Well, they did make an offer, but when we asked what it looked like, they actually said it doesn't exist. It was almost like one of them where you take it out and it self-evaporates in front of you. And then they offered a paltry sum of money. I won't go into detail on that because it's unfair. But for somebody who's 51-year-old and has got the rest of the career ahead of him, he was nowhere near what he would have worked, doing the job he loves to do, doing the job he should be doing because he's done nothing wrong. So there's a clear message to all trains. If you want to sort it out, get round the table. Stop talking about it. Stop telling people there's open dialogue when there isn't. Other grades that work within Hull Trains have been brainwashed into believing that our actions, the right to stand behind injustice, will collapse the company. It's one of the most profit-making companies under the First Group's banner, who as well are remarkably silent on this issue. But more importantly, to come out on strike when there's something really big at the end of it, whether it be pay, whether it be terms and conditions, is one thing. But I want to pay tribute to our magnificent members at Hull Trains, who many of them are here today, that have come out on a principle to stand by their colleagues and to stand by the industry for fairness in self-reporting. That's what they've done. I'm absolutely 150% proud of each and every one of them for the courage they've shown. We've been open in dialogue with them. They know what they're doing, and I'll pay special tribute to the Company Council rep, Mark Ward, who stood here today. Because normally when you're a rep in ASLEF, you have a team of reps around you. The unique size of Hull means that he's a one-man band. But he's a giant, and he stood up to the challenge like you've never known. And I'm really, really proud of how he is. He keeps people informed on a daily basis. We don't need silhouettes on television. We don't need anonymous speakers to do our business. We tell our business in front of people and where we are. And if all trains want to come and talk to us, they need to come and talk to us. Stop hiding in the media. Stop sending out the media sound bites that they want to talk to us. Let's get it sorted out. Let's find justice for our member. I'm incredibly proud to say that one of the things that I wanted our members in Hull Trains to see today, and they know that the magnificent branches of ASLEF up and down the country have supported this from day one. They've stood behind our members at Hull Trains. The letters of solidarity and the messages sent to them has been a great comfort to our members in Hull Trains, knowing that it's not just them standing alone in this dispute. But also today I hope they'll see that it's the wider trade union movement and the associates of the trade union movement that are here today to show their support in big numbers. So we welcome that, and thank you again, all of you that's turned up. So I'm going to shut up now because I could probably go on all day about it. But as I say, we've got some great speakers. First, I'd like to welcome to say a few words David Pike, who's the Regional Secretary of the TUC for Yorkshire, Humberside and the North East.
Yeah, we'll definitely do one at a time on here, I think. Thanks for that, Nigel. Well, you should give me a hand up, that would be lovely. Hi folks, I'm Dave Pike, Regional Secretary for the TUC in the North East, Yorkshire and Humber. I'm so proud to come here and bring solidarity of 48 affiliated unions. In this part of the world, that's 800,000 unionised workers across our region. And our movement is based on a simple principle that has been demonstrated so well by workers here on Hull Trains. That an injury to one is an injury to all. And that is exactly what we're stood here to demonstrate today. Our movement has come together to show us an injury to one is an injury to all. Let's say that together now, folks. An injury to one is an injury to all. An injury to one is an injury to all. That is exactly what we're demonstrating here today. So for Hull Trains and for First Group, wake up. Listen to the strength of feeling from your staff. Listen to the strength of feeling from the members of all unions represented here today, sending solidarity. An injury to one is an injury to all. And we will not let workers here at Hull Trains down. We will stand with them until they win, until they are victorious. So let's say it one more time. An injury to one is an injury to all. Thank you, folks.
I'd like to welcome Charlotte Brampton-Childs from the GMB Union. Charlotte.
I'm up, I don't know if I'll get down. Comrades, thank you for giving me the chance to stand here today on behalf of the GMB. As National Officer responsible for engineering, construction, manufacturing and steel, I bring solidarity from thousands of GMB workers across the country who stand shoulder to shoulder with ASLEF and your fight here at Hull Trains. What's happened here isn't just about one driver, it's about fairness, it's about dignity and it's about respect. Many of the workers I have the privilege to represent work in hazardous conditions or safety critical roles, and we are steadfast in the belief that we must protect the right to bring up safety issues without the fear of losing your job. A driver with 20 years of spotless service who carried passengers safely for 2 decades has been sacked, not for misconduct, not for putting anyone at risk, but because he dared to speak up at a fatigue briefing. In his role, he worked hard keeping people safe every day and showed bravery and compassion in the face of dangerous situations. He deserves to be treated with respect and compassion in return. Instead of compassion, Hull Trains gave him the boot. That's not safety, that's not care, that's a witch hunt. And ASLEF members are right to call that out. Hull Trains would rather run services with scab managers and non-union staff than sit down and deal with this issue properly. They talk about valuing safety and well-being, but weeks go by without a meeting, and brothers and sisters, we see through that spin. This fight is bigger than Hull Trains, it's bigger than one driver. This is about every worker's right to be treated with respect, to be safe at work, and to speak out up without fear of punishment. When they come for one of us, they come for all of us. And that's why we're standing here today, because our movement believes in justice, shoulder to shoulder, one movement, one voice. To Hull Trains and First Group, hear us loud and clear. This dispute will not go away. The longer they drag this out, the stronger our resolve becomes. Reinstate this driver, respect your workforce, sit down with ASLEF and find a fair resolution. And to the comrades here today, hold the line, keep fighting and keep standing together. Because when we fight for each other, and when we fight together, we win. Solidarity forever, comrades.